Friend, let's make this easy. Most people miss a crucial step before their blood tests, and it can dramatically skew their results, leading to unnecessary worry or even misdiagnosis. You, my dear, won't after today. Today, you'll learn not just one, but 10 asterisk vital shifts and the tiny sentences that change how your doctor interprets those numbers every single time. This is about clarity, accuracy, and true peace of mind. Now listen, sweetheart, before your kettle even sings its morning tune, I want you to grab a sticky note. Not just any sticky note, one you can place right on your blood test request form, perhaps even near your ID for good measure. On it, write this: is this a fasting test? What can I eat, drink? Now, gently place that sticky note right on your blood test request form or your wallet card where your ID lives. This simple question clarifies everything, right from the start. Trust me, it's your first step to clear, accurate results. Just like knowing exactly what you're paying for before you tap your card. You wouldn't just tap to pay without checking the total, would you? Say the total, I tap once. If it fails, void before a second. Apply that same precision to your health. Let's talk about the 10 mistakes senior women make before blood tests, because this is not vanity, it's freedom work. We're working towards clarity, accuracy, and peace of mind in our health journey. It's about building a life of strength, one informed step at a time. First up, a common oversight, mistake number 1, assuming all blood tests require fasting. Many women believe blood test automatically means no food. But this simply isn't true for every lab panel. Why it matters? If you eat before a test that does require fasting, like a glucose test or a lipid panel, your blood sugar and cholesterol readings could be completely skewed. You might get an alarmingly high sugar reading, leading to discussions about prediabetes or even diabetes that aren't accurate. On the flip side, if you fast when you don't need to, especially for tests where food intake is part of the normal assessment, you might also get misleading results or even feel unnecessarily weak or faint. This can lead to false alarms, unnecessary follow-up appointments, or even missed issues because the baseline was wrong. It's like trying to judge your garden's health during a drought you imposed yourself. What to do? Always ask for specific instructions for each asterisk test. Don't assume. Confirm the exact fasting window. Is it 8 hours? 12 hours? And know precisely what fasting means for your specific test, as it's not always just no food. Sometimes small sips of water are allowed, sometimes not even that. This isn't being difficult, it's being a proactive patient. Here's a story to illustrate. My friend Martha, a lovely woman with the brightest laugh, was sent for a routine blood panel. She'd always been told to fast for blood tests, so she dutifully skipped breakfast and her usual morning coffee. Situation: her blood work came back with slightly elevated liver enzymes and a few other markers that concerned her doctor. Choice: Martha was worried sick, thinking the worst, imagining all sorts of dreadful scenarios. Change: it turned out her doctor had ordered a specific vitamin level test that didn't require fasting, and her unusual diet that morning, coupled with being overly dehydrated from fasting unnecessarily, actually impacted some of the other general markers. Once she retested, following exact instructions for that specific test, everything was perfectly normal. One clarification, big piece. Do this next. When you get that test order, just pause and simply ask, is this a fasting test? What exactly can I have? Ending that sentence down. This is your sticky note on ID moment for your health. Now, let me tell you something, darling. Mistake number 2 is not disclosing all asterisk medications and supplements. And I mean all asterisk of them. Why it matters? Many seemingly harmless over-the-counter drugs, herbal remedies, vitamins, and even daily teas can interfere directly with blood test results. They can affect everything from thyroid function to liver enzymes, kidney markers, blood clotting factors, and even blood sugar. Your doctor needs a complete picture of your internal chemistry. Without it, they're diagnosing based on incomplete information, which is like trying to bake a cake with half the ingredients. I remember one spring, my friend Betty had a routine blood panel, and her liver enzymes were through the roof. Situation: she was terrified, thinking the worst, fearing serious organ damage. Choice: it turned out she'd started a new high-dose turmeric supplement a few weeks prior, convinced it would help her joints after hearing about it from a neighbor. She hadn't thought to mention it because it wasn't a prescription. Change: Once she paused it for a week and retested, her levels returned completely to normal. One change, big piece. What to do? Make a comprehensive list of absolutely everything you're taking. This includes prescription medications, over-the-counter pain relievers, like ibuprofen or acetaminophen, allergy meds, antacids, herbal remedies, e.g., St. John's wort, ginkgo, turmeric, vitamins, especially high-dose ones, mineral supplements, and even those nightly sleep aids or energy drinks you might be having. Keep a wallet card with this list, perhaps laminated, right next to your ID and emergency contacts. This wallet card is a brand anchor for your health confidence. It's a 1-minute win to create, and it saves so much potential worry. Exact line for the lab or doctor. Here's my full medication and supplement list. Please note any potential interactions. I want to ensure the most accurate results possible. Don't ever feel embarrassed. This is crucial information. All right, let's talk about mistake number 3, engaging in intense exercise right before your blood draw. We love our fitness, but timing is everything. Why it matters. Heavy physical activity, especially strength training, high-impact aerobics, or even just a very long, brisk walk, can temporarily elevate certain enzyme levels in your blood, most notably creatine kinase, CK. If your CK levels are high, doctors might initially suspect a heart condition or significant muscle damage, leading to unnecessary follow-up tests and anxiety. Intense exercise also affects blood sugar and hydration levels, giving a skewed picture of your baseline metabolic health. It's like checking the oil right after a cross-country drive. You need to let the engine settle. What to do? Stick to your usual light activity. Think gentle stretching, a very leisurely stroll, or just your normal daily movements. Avoid heavy lifting, prolonged strenuous exercise, or even an exceptionally long walk for at least 24 hours, ideally 48 hours, before your test. Give your body a chance to rest and return to its normal, unstressed state. If walking is too much, do 10 heel raises at the sink while you're brushing your teeth. That's a light-action alternative that keeps you moving without impact. Here's an anecdote. My friend Carol, a vibrant 65-year-old who just discovered pickleball, had a blood test scheduled. Situation: she played a particularly intense doubles match the morning before her appointment, feeling great about her workout. Choice: her doctor called with concerningly high creatine kinase levels, suggesting possible heart strain or muscle breakdown. Carol was terrified. Change: once she realized the connection to her pickleball game, she retested after taking a couple of rest days. Her CK levels were perfectly normal, avoiding an expensive and anxiety-inducing cardiac workup. Exact line: I took it easy yesterday and this morning as advised to ensure accurate readings. No heavy workouts. This is an English micro move for confidence, showing you're informed. One more thing. Mistake number 4 is insufficient hydration. Dehydration is a silent culprit. Why it matters. Dehydration makes your veins harder to find, harder to stick, and often leads to multiple needle sticks, discomfort, and even bruising. Beyond the immediate physical unpleasantness, being dehydrated can actually concentrate your blood values, making certain readings appear artificially high. This can skew results for things like kidney function, creatinine and bun levels, or electrolyte balance, potentially flagging issues that aren't truly there. It's like trying to draw water from a nearly empty well. It makes everything harder. What to do? Drink water normally the day before and the morning of your test. Aim for your usual intake. Avoid excessive caffeine or sugary drinks that can actually contribute to dehydration. If it's a fasting test, always ask if small sips of water are permitted. In almost all fasting scenarios, a small amount of plain water is not only allowed but encouraged, precisely to prevent these issues. Think of your sink smile moment as you sip that cool water, knowing you're preparing your body for success. Here's a little wisdom for you, darling. Old school wisdom, darling. We older women didn't survive this long by throwing money away on gimmicks, and we certainly didn't get this far by ignoring the basics like water. Exact line to your phlebotomist: I've been hydrating well. Any specific instructions for during the test? They appreciate the heads up, and you're advocating for an easier, more accurate draw. Now let's be honest. Mistake number 5 is succumbing to high stress or anxiety on test day. This is a big one for many of us, but it has a real physiological impact. Why it matters. Stress is a silent saboteur. When you're anxious, your body releases cortisol, the primary stress hormone. Cortisol levels can dramatically affect blood sugar, blood pressure, and even immune markers. A spike in cortisol just before your test can temporarily elevate glucose, making it look like you have blood sugar issues when you don't. It can also temporarily raise your blood pressure, which might be a concern if your doctor is monitoring for hypertension. The vagus nerve, which helps regulate your rest and digest functions, gets overwhelmed by stress, tipping your body into fight or flight. Why it works: cortisol naturally rises before dawn to help us wake up, but sustained high levels due to anxiety are problematic. Long, slow exhales are a powerful, immediate tool to nudge the vagus nerve back to calm, signaling your body that it's safe. This simple, 1-minute win can significantly impact your test results. What to do? Practice deep breathing exercises. There are many types, but a simple 4-count inhale, 6-count exhale is very effective. Arrive early to avoid rushing, which only amplifies stress. Listen to calming music on your way or in the waiting room. Read a light book. Remind yourself slow is cheap, rushed is expensive. If you wake up with that familiar pre-appointment jitters, just breathe and remind yourself, okay, I'm awake. Rest is still restorative. I'll breathe and go dim. In for 4, hold out for 6. Again. Do this several times. Here's a little honest moment, honey. How many times have you told yourself to just calm down and it never works? It's not about willing yourself calm. It's about giving your body the tools to become *calm. Exact line: you're not being difficult, you're being clear. I'm doing my best to stay calm for the most accurate results. Thank you for your patience. This is an empathetic, direct honesty moment. Do this next. Mistake number 6 is allowing poor sleep the night before your test. We often underestimate the power of a good night's rest. Why it matters: sleep deprivation impacts a cascade of hormones and body functions. It specifically messes with cortisol levels, which, as we just discussed, impacts blood sugar and pressure and glucose regulation. Even one night of significantly poor sleep can lead to inaccurate readings on critical metabolic panels, making it look like you have issues with blood sugar control or inflammation that aren't chronic. Your body uses sleep to repair and rebalance. Deprive it of that, and your internal chemistry reflects it. What to do? Prioritize a full 7 to 8 hours of rest. Make it non-negotiable. Create a calm, dark, quiet sleep environment. Avoid screens, phones, tablets, TV for at least an hour before bed. The blue light interferes with melatonin production. Perhaps create a night-light path to the bathroom so you don't fully wake yourself with bright lights if you need to get up. This is not just a luxury, it is self-care, and it directly impacts your health data. If you know you struggle with sleep, plan ahead. Take a warm bath, read a physical book, listen to a calming podcast. Here's an aspirational vignette with sensory details. Imagine waking up feeling refreshed, not groggy, knowing your body is truly ready for accurate results. That feeling of calm energy, where your mind feels clear and your joints aren't creaky. That's the feeling a good night's sleep can bring, setting the stage for everything else. Exact line: I made sure to get a good night's rest for accurate results, as I know sleep impacts my body's chemistry and hormonal balance. Here's the secret. Mistake number 7: consuming alcohol or excessive caffeine too close to your blood draw. Many of us enjoy our morning coffee or an evening glass of wine, but pre-test is not the time for it. Why it matters: alcohol can significantly elevate liver enzymes like ALT and AST and temporarily increase blood sugar levels. It also contributes to dehydration. Caffeine, while often a daily ritual, can temporarily affect blood pressure, heart rate, and hydration levels, especially in larger quantities. Both can give a misleading, temporary picture of your baseline health, suggesting issues that aren't actually chronic. Your doctor wants to see *U*, not the temporary effects of your happy hour or extra-large latte. What to do? Abstain from alcohol for at least 24 to 48 hours before your test. If you can manage 72 hours, even better. As for caffeine, limit it to your usual morning cup, or better yet, if it's a fasting test and water is allowed, opt for plain water instead. This ensures your body is as neutral and unaffected by external stimulants as possible. Think of it as hitting the reset button for your internal chemistry. Here's a little humorous, affectionate scolding. If you think 1 extra cup of coffee before your test will make you feel better, I'll reach through this screen and shake some sense into you, darling. It just makes for wonky numbers and extra worry. Exact line: I've avoided alcohol and kept my caffeine to a minimum for the best possible test outcome. Just plain water for me. One more thing. Mistake number 8 involves not asking for clarity on the test's purpose or specific instructions. This is where your advocacy muscle comes in. Why it matters. Assuming you know what's needed for a general blood test can lead to incorrect preparation. Every test is unique, even if they share some common panels. Your doctor might be looking for something specific, and that specific aim could require slightly different instructions, a different fasting window, avoiding certain foods, or even a different time of day for the draw. Not understanding the why behind the test can make the how confusing. This is a common relatable challenge. We often feel rushed and don't ask enough questions. What to do? Ask your doctor or the lab what the test is specifically looking for. For example, are we checking my vitamin D, or is this primarily for my cholesterol? Write down any special instructions beyond fasting. Clarify anything you don't understand and repeat it back to the person giving the instructions for confirmation. Don't be afraid to say, I can't do that fasting window because of XYZ, but I can offer to come in an hour earlier. Use the I can't do that, but I can offer boundary setting phrase here. This ensures you're on the same page. Exact line. Could you please explain what this test is for and any specific preparation I need? I want to make sure I do it right and give you the most accurate data. This is a micro move for confidence, showing you are engaged. Now, let's be honest. Mistake number 9 is crash dieting or making sudden healthy eating changes just a few days before the test. It's tempting, isn't it? To try to look perfect for the doctor. Why it matters. Your blood test should reflect your typical everyday health status, not a skewed snapshot from a few days of extreme measures. If you suddenly switch to a very low-carb diet, or fast for much longer than usual, or drastically increase your vegetable intake, your blood work might show temporary changes that aren't representative of your ongoing health. Sudden changes can even create temporary imbalances, like electrolyte shifts, making it harder for your doctor to assess your true baseline. It's like trying to repaint a house right before the appraiser comes. They need to see the house as it normally is. What to do? Maintain your usual, everyday diet in the week leading up to your test. Don't try to clean up your diet dramatically or go on a crash diet. If you're planning significant dietary changes for your health, that's wonderful. But discuss them with your doctor and ideally, start after your blood test so your baseline can be established first. Here's an illustrative anecdote. My Aunt Betsy, always a bit dramatic, decided she'd eat nothing but kale smoothies for 3 days before her physical, hoping to impress her doctor. Situation: her cholesterol numbers, usually stable, showed a slight, uncharacteristic dip, and her potassium levels were a bit off. Choice: her doctor, seeing this unusual fluctuation, wanted to schedule a retest and further investigation, causing Betsy undue anxiety and extra appointments. Change: Betsy admitted her pre-test diet. Once she resumed her normal, balanced eating and retested, her numbers were back to her usual healthy baseline, confirming the smoothie experiment was the culprit. Exact line: I've maintained my usual diet to give you an accurate picture of my health over time, not just a temporary snapshot. Finally, mistake number 10, not preparing a list of questions or concerns for your doctor's review of the results. The test itself is only part of the journey. Why it matters. The blood test is just one piece of the puzzle of your overall health. The follow-up conversation with your doctor is your opportunity for a comprehensive health discussion. Without questions, you might leave feeling confused, uncertain about next steps, or missing out on vital information that connects your numbers to your symptoms, lifestyle, or future health goals. This is your chance to advocate for yourself, to ensure your voice is heard and your concerns are addressed. Just like may I pre-board for extra time to get settled? On a flight, you're asking for the space and time you need for your health. What to do? Keep a running list of any new symptoms, health concerns, or questions that arise before or after your test. Jot them down in a notebook or on your phone as they come to you. Bring this list to your follow-up appointment. This is your health. You are your own best advocate. Don't let the doctor's busy schedule rush you. Use your English micro moves for confidence here. I'll be brief, my top concern is. Or, thank you for waiting, I just have a few questions about these results. Exact line to use. My top concern today is understanding these numbers in the context of my overall health and how they relate to specific symptom concern, e.g., my energy levels, my joint pain. What are my options moving forward and when do we follow up? Then calmly, and this is crucial for clarity, let me repeat what I heard. I'll do X, call if Y, follow up on Z, correct? This ensures you leave absolutely clear on next steps, feeling empowered and informed. So there you have it, darling. 10 common mistakes that are easy to fix. Remember these crucial takeaways. Always clarify fasting rules for each asterisk test. No assumptions. Disclose all medications and supplements without fail. Your wallet card is your friend. Manage stress and hydrate well for accurate readings and a smoother experience. Prioritize sleep and gentle activity before your draw. Avoid alcohol and excessive caffeine. Be curious. Ask about the test's purpose and your results. You are your own best advocate. Which of these small shifts will you make before your next blood test, sweetheart? Which 2 habits will start today? Tell me in the comments below. Remember, this is not vanity, it's freedom work. We're building a life of clarity and strength, one informed step at a time, ensuring your numbers truly reflect you, not a temporary blip. I'm cheering for you.